Hello everyone, this is Ahmet Serhat here. Today we're gonna have a quick review for that beautiful FGN ODDESSEY J-Standart guitar. First of all, this is my first review video in that channel, especially in that English language because it's not my first language. And yeah, let's come over that guitar. So I'm a newbie for the guitar playing part, so I have just started a year ago. I will compare that guitar with my old Epiphone one because while I'm starting, I bought a guitar from second-hand market, Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. It's the cheapest guitar I think from the Epiphone lineup, and this one is the FGN. It's the Fujigen guitars. It's from Japan and it's made in Japan. So this is the for my beginner point of view actually. So as I mentioned, I'm not an expert for the guitars and I'm not a professional player for the guitar. And this one code is the GOS2TDM, this one especially. And first of all, I would like to talk about that guitar specs. It has the Walton neck here, as you can see, and it has the elder body maple U shape, that one, and the fingerboard is maple as well, here you can see, but it's an additional layer over there. It's not a single wood, it's some extra layer over there for the fingerboard. I don't know why. This is not something I am seeing usually for that Strat type maple, sorry. And we have the medium frets there, and it has some technology called CFS. It's the FGN technology. It has some radius over there for better sustain or better playability, guys. And then we have the pickups here, as you can see, the single and humbucker. We have the FGN Expert HF on the bridge. This is the humbucker one, and the other ones are FGN OS2N and 2RW. These are the not same pickups, different pickups, and while we are trying it, you will hear the sound difference. Of course, the positions are reflecting the voice, but as well the very completely different sound for those pickups actually. And one volume, one tone, as you can see, and we have a little button here. This is not something standard, as you can always see for the Strat guitars, and this one is for the switching that humbucker single to humbucker mode. And yes, it creates a difference as well, so we will hear it with the tone. And the strings are the Addario Elixir AXL 110, and it's 1046 is the standard, so it's very comfortable, by the way. I don't know, but the pressure is good on that strings and it's easy to play. I have the 9 string on there, the other Epiphone guitar, and it's actually very soft. So when I start to play that, I found it more comfortable than the thinner strings for myself, of course. And it comes with that beautiful kickback. When you buy it, it's coming from with that kickback. This guitar is starting from I think $800 or 800 euros for Europe market, and it's very similar prices with the Fender's Mexico versions, but the build quality is, I think, better for that one. So sound is completely different. I mean that okay, it's close, but when you have sensitive ears, and especially if you're a guitar player, you can easily hear the difference between the Fender and that one. So completely different tones. And if you tone wise, of course, if you like the Fender tones, Fender Strat tones, you have to go with Fender. But with the build quality, when I check the quality over there, it's very high quality. It's very similar with the Fender Japanese models, but for the Mexican one, it's different. So as you can see, that frets, guys, yeah, it's one by one checked by a quality engineer, or did they did it with hand? I don't know. It's very good. That fret work is very good, and the guitar configuration is coming with very straightforward and it's very good. And the strings configuration It's very near to the fingerboard, and it's very easy to use, easy to play as well. And so I'm very happy to buy it, by the way. So FGN is not paid something for me to review that one, and they will not, of course, because I'm not a guitar player and I'm not an expert. So I'm saying that I'm comparing directly with my old Epiphone. It's a very beginner guitar, but it's also a good one for this beginner guitars. But this is different scale. I have checked the other guitars. I have checked the PSR SE Mexico Fender. In Turkey, Mexico Fenders are very expensive when you compare it. For example, it's around $600 in Turkey, and the Fender one around $800 or $900. So there are price differences as well. I don't know, it's somehow cheaper than Europe in Turkey. I don't know that part. But for the quality wise, it's of course better with the Fender Strat. But for the Japanese Strats, it's very similar. For the American ones, it's there's a discussion about it. Someone saying that the Japanese Fenders are better than US Fenders, but I don't know. I don't have expertise on that point. But when I checked those Fender Strats in the store, I found it a little bit better quality on that one, especially. Okay, when we check the body, as you can see, there are some new age things here and here as well. So this standard Strat thing, every Strat has that one, but that's easy to access to. There are some design for easy to access to that frets there. Yeah, okay, this is something. But in the end of the day, when I compared that one, so this is my first guitar. I bought it with second hand, and I have did some modifications on it. As you can see, there were nothing over there. I have added that covers, that humbuckers, and I added this one. So I'm trying to add some fancy weave on that. Okay, I like it, by the way. It's very, very good. When without that modifications, it is seeing much worse than that, but no, it's good. So I have the notes over there, and I'm not advising you to add something there with your keyboard, because it's getting hard when you add that one. It's not very easy to play with those things, and the bands are not good as well. So for banding, when you're banding that one, there's something over there. Okay, you can band it, it's fine, but it's not something smooth like that. It's very smooth. It's very smooth. There's a huge difference, I think. So in the beginner stage, after I started to playing guitar, for example, after 50 hours, maybe I cannot recognize that difference, but after 300 hours, so I'm starting to feel difference. It's huge. So, but if you are just starting the guitar, maybe you cannot recognize that difference that much. Of course, you will recognize, but not that much. And this is a good guitar as well. So let's go to make some tone. Check the tones of that guitar. By the way, I will record that directly from that microphone. It will be not as much quality as when you record with the recording device. And I have that Marshall amp here. You are not seeing that. It's the MG 15 GFX. It's a home amp, not a perfect one. It's the starter one as well, beginner one. So it's not a perfect amp. And there are much better amps over there, so consider that one while you are listening to tones. But at your home, I think you will have something like that, Marshall or other home amps. So let's see what we will think about the tones, and I will compare the tones, especially for that bridge pickups. It's not meaningful to compare neck pickups because it's a single, and we have a humbucker over there. It has humbucker as well. That bridge, and it has humbucker as well. It's bridge, so it's an Epiphone. It's very normal, expecting thing, and it's like the super Strat. And we have tremolo over there, and tremolo configuration is very good as well. So I have to mention that it's very easy to plug the Epiphone tremolo here. You are directly plugging in there, and you have the very screw here, very little screw, and they are sending the screw something to here. You can do it very easily, but for now I'm not using that tremolo too much and it's staying in the back, but let me show you that as well. And it's very easy to use. You don't have to spend too much time to plug it. Okay, that's fine. And you can stay, something like that. And now I am pull off. Let's check the tones. But as I mentioned, I have just started to play guitar, not just, but 300 hours only. So I'm not a perfect player. I'm trying to give you some idea about that tones. And I will compare that with the Epiphone Les Paul Special 2 because, you know, it's a very common guitar. Most of the beginner has those guitars and it's very similar. So I would like to compare with the beginner guitar and with this one. This one is the middle range, maybe it's not high end, but the quality is very close to high end, guys. So let's see the tone differences as well, and let's check this tone, these guitar tones. And I'm taking this mic in my knee. I'm not expecting a very good voice quality over there, but as I mentioned, it will give you some idea about that guitar tones. Ending for that FGN. Now I'm gonna compare that guitar tones with that Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. Let's see how much difference is there between those two humbuckers, guys. Let's see. Okay guys, thank you for watching. So this is the end for that review. So I've talked about that FGN Fujigen guitar standard J-Standart ODDESSEY version. I hope you find that video beneficial for you, and if you like it, please like the video and subscribe the channel for more guitar progress videos, and also maybe some reviews, I don't know. Thank you. Bye.